Thank you.
Don't drop
Listen
it.
to that sizzle. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I'm so excited to eat this. Do you guys know what day it is today? It's day 100 of my carnivore diet. Oh boy, this is pretty exciting. I'm probably making a bigger deal of this than it needs to be, but I'm just super excited. Today is day 100 of my carnivore diet. And as I've done with pretty much every milestone on this channel, 50 days, 70 days, 80 days, I'm doing another big milestone video, but this one is the biggest because it is the big 100, hence the golden lettering on my sign today. Before I get into everything else that I wanted to talk about for my video today, I just wanted to mention a few things like Carrie's 24-hour live stream that he did on the 16th. That was amazing. I tuned in as much as I could on the day that they were doing it. I was actually, thanks to Emma, I was able to get on for like half an hour and share my story, and I'm so grateful that I was able to be on there. I'm grateful to Emma, I'm grateful to Carrie, I'm grateful for everybody who supported me, and grateful for everybody who watched that and came over to my YouTube channel and found me through that. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I ended up donating a little bit myself to this stream, and they ended up being able to raise around $40,000 just during the stream alone, which was amazing. If you didn't know, Carrie was hosting the stream because he is currently still trying to raise funding for his Carnivore Diet documentary. This documentary is really important because it's going to bring a lot of people's attention to the carnivore diet and let them in on its positive benefits. Let them know the things that it can do, like its healing power, curing autoimmune disease, curing type 2 diabetes, mental health, weight loss, weight gain if you're underweight, weight optimization across all boards. So it's a really great cause, and you can still go support it. Even if you didn't end up getting to donate to the stream, you can still go donate to Carrie's GoFundMe for the documentary. So I'll include a link to that in the description, and you should go donate because this is a super big project that is gonna help a lot of people. Also, on the 24-hour stream, when I wasn't on, I was trying to listen to it as much as I could, and I just loved hearing from all the different carnivores that they were able to have on. A couple of the people who I really liked hearing from were the Texas boys. I don't remember their names, but it was a guy on and he had his wife on with him as well, and they're ranchers, and I really enjoyed hearing about them raising their cows and being on their farm and their ranch, because I expressed in my last update video how much I would love to get into raising animals and raising cattle, I guess. Cattle. Is that both right? I don't know.
Yes.
Then also, during that stream was the first time I heard from Bella, the steak and butter gal. And I had been recommended her channel before by some other carnivores, like in my comments, but I hadn't actually checked her out. But I heard from her on the stream, and I heard about her steak and butter gang. And so I've been watching a few of her videos lately, and I'm really enjoying her content. I'm finding the advice that she's giving super helpful, and I'm just really enjoying her, like, personality. I think she's super cool. And overall, the 24-hour stream, it was just an amazing experience. Amazing stream, and they had a lot of other big names in the carnivore community on there as well. They had Sean Baker, Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee, Kelly Hogan. They had Laura Spath on there. There was lots of big names, so if you missed the stream, I would encourage you to go back and check it out. Anyway, in other news, next week I'm going on a high school trip. I am in a theater productions class, and in that class we get to go down to the Shakespeare Festival that they hold in southern Utah, and they hold it every single year, and it's a big, huge school event, and there are a ton of high schools that come in from all over the state, bunch of different states, and it's a big deal. And it's the first year that I'm going. We're gonna be competing and performing, and we're gonna see some shows down there, which will also be really exciting. So basically, as you're traveling, it can be a little hard to, well, with me being carnivore, it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to maintain my dietary requirements, I guess. They're not really requirements, but my dietary preferences. So far the plan is to take some meat down with me, but then also I'll probably end up having to get some things like some burger patties from like McDonald's or a fast food restaurant a la carte or something. I don't know, maybe I'll find a steakhouse down there and I'll drag my friends to it with me. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'll try to get some content while I'm down there. We'll see how much time I have. Getting on to the main topic of the video, my whole looking back on the past 100 days. When you think about it, 100 days isn't it's not a really long amount of time. It's just over 3 months, 1/4 of a year. Wait.
That's right.
Yeah, about... Oh my gosh, it's... Okay. So as I was saying, 100 days doesn't seem like a whole lot of time when you think about it, because it's just over 3 months. But when you really think about it, a lot can change in 100 days. And that has been extremely evident over my experience with carnivore. So 100 days ago, I was severely underweight, malnourished, low energy. My emotions were super out of whack, and my mental state was just really unstable. And the eating disorder had a real firm grip on my throat. And I feel like over the past 100 days, I have managed to completely, maybe not completely resolve, but resolve a lot of those issues. So in these last 100 days, things have like done a complete 180. Like they've changed, they've just flipped on their heads. It's kind of crazy. So my nutrition has definitely changed a whole lot. Before, I was terrified of fat and calories and beef. And now that is like the complete opposite. Now I want to eat as much fat as I can. Now I'm making sure that I'm getting enough calories so that I can fuel my body and my metabolism. And now beef is the one thing that I want to eat all the time. And another thing that's done a 180 is my physical health as well. Before, like I mentioned, I was underweight, low energy, didn't really have the strength to do many things. And so far, I've gained a significant amount of healthy weight that has been both fat and muscle. I've gotten so much stronger, and I have so much more energy throughout the day, and I can just do so much more. And while my physical health isn't exactly perfect yet, as I continue, I know that things will continue to get better. So, in case you were wondering and you haven't seen my first video on my YouTube channel, I originally went carnivore because, if you didn't know, I have anorexia nervosa. It's an eating disorder. And because of this, I was extremely... I had a huge aversion to food and eating, and I over-exercised. I felt like if I ate something, I had to exercise to burn it off. And this resulted in me being extremely malnourished and underweight, which, if you didn't know, is not very good for your health. I had been hospitalized before because I'd been dealing with the anorexia for like almost 2 years at this point. Beforehand, I had been hospitalized twice, and I had spent a good amount of time in a eating disorder treatment center, and across the board, all those experiences were negative. Refed on the standard American diet, so basically carbs, seed oils, processed foods, sugars. I didn't feel good on it, didn't help my mental state at all. May have made me gain weight physically, but it did not make me feel good in the head. And so things were getting bad again. In the months leading up to me going carnivore, my anorexia had gotten probably the worst it ever has. I was at the lowest weight that I've been since like I was a tiny kid. I was on the verge of being sent back to the hospital again, which was something I did not want to happen because of my negative experiences before. My mom, who had gone carnivore a couple months before, in March, she and I had been learning a little bit more about carnivore just from her listening to like Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee videos. She showed me a Dr. Barry stream about other anorexics who had recovered from their anorexia on a carnivore diet. It had helped them gain a healthy amount of weight while also helping to heal their mind in the process as well. In the state that I was pretty desperate. I was kind of at the end of my rope. I had pretty much hit rock bottom. And I was feeling kind of hopeless at that point. But when I heard about how carnivore had helped the other patients, I felt a lot of hope for the first time in a really long time. I felt hope for recovery, hope for a future without an eating disorder. And that was really significant. So I decided to start the carnivore diet, and I did it all in one day. Overnight, I decided I'm going carnivore, and I did. First meal that I had on carnivore was eggs and ham cooked in butter. I'm a big fan of ham and butter, so that was really good. It's basically how I got on carnivore. And yeah, like I said, over the past 100 days, things have just improved so much for me. I've learned so much as I've followed this lifestyle. I have also done research, and by research I mean I've listened to doctors talk about it on YouTube. I've listened to Dr. Chafee, Dr. Barry, Nutrition with Judy, Dr. Sean O'Mara, Ben Bickman, and I just feel like I've learned so much that has also benefited me. And
can you go back now?
No, now that I've learned so much about plant toxins and oxalates and carbs and just all that stuff on how it affects your body, I could never even go back to the way I was before just because I know too much now. Yeah, so there's just been so many great things that have come from carnivore. And through this YouTube channel and the carnivore community, I've been able to connect with other people. I've connected with JT from the Poco Moonshine family, Carrie from Homestead How, Emma, his daughter, and there are other carnivores that I have scheduled out times to meet up with them and talk with them. And I hope to connect with a lot more in the future, including you. So yeah, I'm super happy with all the social connections I've managed to make through this as well, because the carnivore community is amazing. Carnivores are like the kindest people on the internet. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you're watching this video and you are considering starting on the carnivore diet, but you're not sure, I would say just take a chance. Go for it. Try it out for 30 days. Try it out for a week. I think you'll find that you feel a lot better, you have a lot less inflammation, your mental state is better. I think you'll find so many improvements if you just take a chance and try it, because you can always go back to the way you were eating before. You can always go back to your seed oils and carbs and processed foods, but if you never give it a chance, then you'll never know the benefits that you could gain from it. That's just my 2 cents. But overall, life is better on a carnivore diet. It's a lot greasier, but it's better. I mean, seriously, I swear I'm having to put grease remover on my clothes like all the time. Feels like every day I'm getting grease out of my shirts or my pants, but it's worth it. It's worth it. This is a question that I've struggled with in the past, this is a question that everybody has probably been asked before, and it is, if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And like I said, this is a question that I've struggled with before, because it's like, oh, how do I limit my options to one thing? But since going carnivore, I now know what that answer would be. And that answer is steak, beef. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life and die a happy woman. And speaking of steak, boy, I am excited. Okay, like a couple months ago, as I was buying some meat for my steak stash, I came across a tomahawk steak, and it was reduced and it was a really good price. And I told myself, I told my mom as I was buying it, I'm gonna save this for a very special occasion. And that occasion is today. So today I'm gonna eat my special tomahawk that I bought for myself a couple months ago. It's been frozen. It hasn't just been sitting in the fridge. But currently it is defrosting. We're gonna cook it in the oven and then we're gonna reverse sear it on the grill. So I'm gonna get some footage of that, and my dad's gonna help me with it, and he's got some special content as well that he wants to share with you guys. Yeah, so I'm excited for the steak tonight. I love steak.
Insert footage here.
Yes, insert footage here. Alright, it's tomahawk time. Alright, I've got my tomahawk steak right here. It's defrosted. I'm gonna reverse sear this. And so we're gonna put it in the oven until it reaches an internal temperature of about 100 degrees because I like my steaks very, very rare. Jeez, that is big. That's like 1.5 inches, I'd say, so it won't take very long. So in order to get a better sear, we're gonna dry this off, get the meat juice off the counter, and then I'm gonna season it very liberally with some real kosher salt. I like using kosher salt on my steaks instead of regular grain salt just because it's the bigger grains, and so I think that just works better for steaks. And then I think I'm gonna put the internal meat thermometer in it just to make sure it doesn't go over the temperature. And I have my oven heated up to 275. There it goes. And so that it's not touching the bone. Alright, I'm gonna put this in the bottom. And that goes on there, and I'll just let it go. So we're gonna get the charcoal started, and then once it comes up to temperature, we're gonna reverse sear it. We're using lump charcoal. So my steak is almost up to temperature. I'm just gonna take it out now just because it's pretty much there. It came up to temperature faster than I thought it would, which is good news because I'm getting hungry. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the oven off. It's smelling pretty good. You can't smell this, I wish you could, but oh my gosh, this smells really good, Mom. Okay. Come here. Come get a close look at it. Alright, so that's it. It looks a little squishy right now, but we're gonna reverse sear it. So we're gonna take it out to the grill now. Okay. Okay, and now we just wait for it to get nice and crispy on the outside. You can get some nice, it smells really good. Do you smell that?
Not yet.
Yeah, yes, please. Okay, I'm scared of the fire. I'm scared of the fire, Dad, I don't. That looks so good.
Man, this egg.
I'm gonna sear this just a little bit more, and then I'm gonna take it off. That is looking really good. Thank you.
Don't drop
Listen
it.
to that sizzle. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I'm so excited to eat this. So, hi everyone. This is my dad. I call him Dad. He's got a cool beard. And something that he really enjoys is dad jokes. So while our steaks are resting,
I really enjoy these.
he enjoys telling them to me, and he enjoys watching me groan at them.
Yes.
But while our steaks are resting, he's gonna tell me some dad jokes, and they're not just any old dad jokes. They are
meat dad jokes.
Yeah,
Special occasion. All right, so you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. So, all jokes aside, what is the cheapest kind of meat that you can buy?
Cheapest kind of meat?
Yes. Deer testicles. They're under $1.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. I
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
here you
That's
go,
a good
yeah.
one.
There we
That's
go.
a good one.
All right, so, oh, by the way, I was going to tell you earlier that my Facebook account got hacked. So if you get a DM about meat for me, don't click on it. It's spam. Yes! So let's say you have a situation where you have a kid, right? And the kid doesn't eat meat. What should you substitute it with? A dog. Dogs love meat. This is the last one. So did you hear that they fired the butcher who accidentally backed into the meat grinder?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they said he was getting a little behind in his work. All right, there we go. Dad meat jokes.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Day 100. I'm super duper excited. Super excited to dig into this steak. Thanks to Dad for being in this video.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Congratulations on day 100.
And yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and go eat some meat, because you know I am.
Are you gonna share?
Bye.
Are you gonna share?
No. I'm gonna eat like this whole thing. This is,
All right.
but bye.
Okay, see ya.
I'm excited.